Okay, we are live, everybody. My name is Bezad,
My name is Risa.
and we are broadcasting live from Yokohama, Japan, to bring to you the weekly Wonder Looper live stream. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry we're a little bit late, but as you can see behind me here, a lot of boxes, and we've just got a bunch of shipments that are supposed to be picked up this morning, so we just had to make room for all that. So basically, the bottom line is lots more Wonder Looper goodness is headed out to you guys all around the world. So we've got stuff shipping out to all of our retail partners to get ready for the next release. The Cashmere release and the triple heavyweight Suriyami is first. Then we've got double heavyweight French Terries. You can see the warehouse here is just, it's packed all the way to the back.
It is insane amount of things.
Right.
It is, well, we've been moving tens of, hundreds of boxes actually, in the past week and a half.
Yeah,
maybe.
the last week and a bit, it's just been non-stop boxes showing up, packing, getting them out the door. What is the weight of today's shipment?
I think today's just shy of 500 kilograms that is going to be picked up today.
500 kilos of cotton goods headed out the door.
100%
Yeah,
cotton.
all 100% cotton.
Except
So,
for the boxes, which is made from paper.
that's true. So it all comes from Mother Nature. But yeah, it's been pretty hectic in here, and in the newsletter I wrote, I wanted to get the Cashmere Henley video done. And, I started shooting a little bit of B-roll here and there, but, usually we shoot like the main A-roll, like right in that section right over there, but it's just, I got no room to do it. So anyways, after today, we got to get some boxes out. I got to rearrange. I'm going to do some shooting. We're going to try it. I promised to get that video out for Sunday. We're getting it out on Sunday. It's happening.
Well, the good news is that most of the things that's going to come into our warehouse for the fall has come through.
Yes.
It's
Right.
we're still having a few stragglers, we're getting a smaller shipment today, for instance, and just the little things.
Like
but-
little restock, like t-shirts are coming back
Yeah.
into stock, and then we'll get some socks and knit caps soon.
Right.
Soonish.
But
Yeah.
bulk that we were worried about, whether it's going to fit in our space, was the double heavyweight French Terries.
Right.
And that all came in. It's all in here. It's, some of them went out already.
Right.
And so, I mean, the worst is over, I think, in terms of the amount of boxes.
Yes. We basically know what our limit is at this point, which is this.
Which is completely this.
Yeah. So, there might be some room for little efficiencies here and there, but we're really packing it in. I mean, thank goodness we got this space. I'm just saying that the other space is a quarter or less of this size, and I don't know how we did it before. I mean, I do know how we did it before because we did do it. We actually rented out another space in the building that we had to pick and pack.
Yeah,
in.
but there were that space was rented by the hour, so there were times that we couldn't rent it, and at that time we had to bring home we lived a few blocks away, so we would just put it on the dolly and just went to our home with the boxes because we couldn't just leave it
couldn't just
outside.
leave it there. But yeah, anyhow, it's all coming together, folks. Good times. But yeah, I'm definitely getting my workout in. That's for sure.
All weights though.
Yeah.
No cardio.
Right. I have no cardio. I lose my breath just going upstairs. That said, everybody, let's check in with the chat. Let's see where everybody is tuning in from all around the world. It's good to see everybody here. We've got a Piump named Slickback. I hope everyone is having a great week. Loving my Coyote 15 Henley in this cold weather. Well, I'm glad you are enjoying it. And we've got Mr. Beatty, the producer, is in the house. Howdy, y'all. Wonder Looper has been warming me up all week. Now, warmth for our hearts, hanging it out with BNR. There you go. We're sending all the warmth everywhere. All around the world. Mr. Solvents, hello from Scotland. Hope you guys are doing well. Looking forward to more drops. Well, thank you very much. And Lucky on Three Legs says, hello. Checking in from Houston, Texas, America. We've got Tarek checking in from Boston, also America. And Melody Murray, Tucson, also America. America is in the house. We salute you, America. Welcome to the chat. Mr. Solvents, everybody, a bit of chat about taking my time. We mentioned that we are starting a little bit late today. But yeah, John Ake says, love seeing all those boxes. I'm going to be very happy when we can see them go out that door.
Yes.
Yeah, go out that door. So this week has been a lot of picking, packing, and prepping. And then we're prepping up for the Cashmere and Suryami Triple Heavyweight t-shirt release. So there'll be a lot of picking and packing by the end of this week as well. I mean, it's not going to stop between now and I think basically after Christmas, we'll probably get a little bit of chill down time.
Right.
Yeah.
And perfect timing, but we schedule a trip to Toronto this at end of the month.
Right.
So we're just amongst all of these things happening and the release and all. We're also going to go on a trip to Toronto.
That's it. We're going to be in Toronto, Canada. Yeah. Toronto, Ontario, Canada, my hometown. We're going to be there on, let me just get the date set up, because on November 28th, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, though we'll probably be there earlier, hanging out at Gerhard Supply in the Junction. So we're going to have a nice hangout session there with the staff, with everybody. There's going to be drinks, foods, all that kind of good stuff. We're still planning a few of the details for the events, but if you are in the Toronto area, we definitely would love to see you there. So keep that in mind. The November 28th, we will be in Toronto. Okay. Sorry.
Jeremy Sim says, you're going to need a bigger boat.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
You know, there's some other floors in this building that are...
There's one floor left, I think. And I'm really tempted to
rent out the next floor.
I wish it was like the floor just underneath us.
Yeah, that would be very helpful.
Yeah, but
yeah, we're definitely considering it, because if things keep going this way, we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm not worried about summer so much, although we do have like Super Loopers. Summer's mostly t-shirts, which doesn't take up that much space. Like each box can carry like 30-40 t-shirts, so I'm not worried about summer. And I'm worried about, well, this fall, it's, done basically. So what I'm worried about is next fall.
Right.
And next fall, we're planning on a lot of things, a lot of new things even. And, I'm not planning on like our business shrinking. I mean, that's very negative thinking.
Who knows?
So,
but yeah.
I don't.
We'll see. If it's funny because we didn't even do like the full like we just got a space video and then we never updated it with like the updated video to that. We will. We actually we just ordered some like cabinets.
Yeah.
So for like filing cabinets, so that's coming in. So things are
right now, all of the things that we have is out there. So it's not a very pretty sight in some areas. So once we get a cabinet, things can go inside the cabinet, out of our way. And when we have less boxes, probably before the spring starts, maybe we can do the video.
Sure. Yeah. But maybe by that time we'll have already rented another floor. And we're like, hey, another floor to renovate.
Well, that's another video.
Anyways, Stephen Kopelkamp says, "Stair are a young man's game." They are. And every time I see stairs, I'm like, don't give up. Just keep taking the stairs, because once you become an escalator guy, like permanently
I'm already an escalator gal.
But I still have to take those stairs. Take them.
Sometimes it's not an option. Right. It is a good thing that like the closest stairs out to this building is just stairs. Yeah. There's no escalator. There is an elevator, but elevator takes time, so we always take stairs.
Yes.
So that's
yeah. But this morning we were rushing a bit, so I ran up the stairs. I'm like, oh, don't run. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I gotta get that cardio back up. But yeah, at least I'm moving boxes, getting a little exercise there. There was a question from Daniel asking if I saw the new Toxic Avenger movie. I have not. I'm a big Toxic Avenger fan. Many people may know this. I'm a big fan of Trauma Entertainment, Trauma Films, and especially the Toxic Avenger. Back in the day, we made some Toxic Avenger jeans over at Naked and Famous Denim. That was my one of my little baby projects there. And I haven't seen the new one. I really wanted to see the new one, but it didn't come out here in Japan. And I see that it's out on Blu-ray already. So when I go back to Canada land, I'm going to be picking up the Blu-ray and bringing it back, watching it on the home screen. But I really, really did want to watch that in the theater. I didn't get a chance to, but I'm looking forward to watching it. I don't want any spoilers. I don't want anything to be ruined. But I am looking forward to seeing that one. Nicholas Vilpu, good to see you, my friend. He says, did you guys watch the World Series? I'm a Dodgers fan, but it was heartbreaking for Toronto. Oh, did I watch the World Series? I was very invested in the World Series, and you know what? Like, if you can go from being last place to the bottom of the 11th in Game 7 of the World Series against the World Series champions, that's as far, like, that's what an incredible ride. Mm-hmm. What an incredible ride. And I mean, that whole series was a game, especially the last couple of games, a game of inches, millimeters. Just if the wind blew in any other direction, the game would have completely changed. And I was very proud. No matter what, I was very proud of the Blue Jays. They did an incredible job, and I wish we won it. Very, very close. I think we're going to see a repeat next year. If they keep that team together, we're repeating, and then we got to take it. We got to take it back.
Yeah, and more than anything, it was a very exciting series.
Yes.
Like, it was entertaining. It was very,
edge of my
every
seat.
game was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And they win, and the other one wins. There
was an 18-inning game that happened here.
That was a little annoying, I have to say. It was too long.
I did not work that day. I'm just gonna tell you, like, we were packing boxes. I had that TV on. I was watching the game, and I was like, oh my god! It was too suspenseful. And,
we were saying, we wanted it to end. It doesn't matter which one wins this game; it just needs to end.
Because I need to get to work. But anyhow, fantastic series. Very, very, very big fan, and I'm looking forward to next year. That's for sure. Daniel says Yamamoto is just too good. Yamamoto, he's the MVP of that one for sure. He. Cheers to him. He did a great job. But cheers to everyone involved. Mm-hmm. Both sides. What can I say? I enjoyed every minute of it. McKinley says, floor to ceiling boxes, you got it. It's the entire way. I mean, this is zip hoodies and sweatpants all along here. Anyhow, it goes all the way to the back. We've got t-shirts coming in. I got boxes all around this backside here too. It's a little intense, but anyhow, this is just what it takes to get all that inventory out to you guys. I mean,
this is temporary.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling myself.
Right. It's only a couple of weeks a year where it literally is like tiptoeing around the floors like this. I
didn't think we were going to have to stay in this space.
Right.
I was wrong.
I did think that, the problem is that we have furniture and other things in here. If we kept it strictly as a warehouse, maybe it would have been a little bit more manageable for taking care of this amount of inventory. But of course, we're trying to do as much as we can and be as efficient as we can in this space.
Yeah. That's the argument for another floor, because if we have another floor,
then even more inventory. But anyhow, we'll see. We're also still a growing brand. I don't want to run faster than we need to.
100%. Yeah. I'm just kidding. But, it's kind of one of those things where we just moved in. It's like we're already maximum capacity.
Yeah, right. Okay, I want to swerve the conversation a little bit because I can see in the chat we're talking about Henley's. Mm-hmm. Henley sizing. So what's coming out on Friday, next Friday for us. So it's going to be a Friday release for us Friday morning, but it's going to be a Thursday evening release for you guys. So Thursday evening, November 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be 9 a.m. our time here in Japan. We're going to be releasing the Cashmere Blend Henleys and Triple Heavyweight Suriyami t-shirts. So we've got a double release coming out very soon. Now, as far as sizing for the Cashmere Henleys, measurements are up on the website, and I just want to pull that up right now so everybody knows where to look. So if you are a new Wonder Looper fan, you know that you can just head over to wonderlooper.com, have it bookmark as your opening page on your website. Of course, that's the best website in the world. Check out just let that scroll through. We got the Cashmere Blend Honeycomb Henleys arriving this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Click on any one of the products and scroll down, and you're going to find the measurement chart. So the measurement charts are all live. What you should do, if you want to determine your sizing, is find a garment, maybe a similar garment if you have a Henley or if you have a sweatshirt or even a t-shirt that fits you well, fits you the way you want this shirt to fit you. Measure these measurements. So chest, length. So the length is from the top of the collar over here down to the bottom of the hem. Chest is pit to pit, and the sleeve is from the center back of the collar down to the cuff of the sleeve. Now, sometimes you'll see, well, sleeves are usually done from the shoulder, but with our Henleys and our sweatshirts, there are no side seams. Sorry, there are no sleeve seams. This is a raglan sleeve, so there's no seam here. So we actually do it from the center back. When, in fact, like back when I was selling suits and shirts and things like that, that's how you measured the sleeve length. That is actually the normal way you're supposed to do it, from the center back. So we do it that way. And so when you're comparing your measurements, compare by measuring exactly the same way that we do, and then find the size that best matches the garment that you have that fits you well. Say you have a garment that doesn't fit you well, you only have a big t-shirt, then just, keep some of those factors in mind. Like the shirt that you have is a little big, the shirt that you don't want it to be as big. So, you can sort of imagine what it would be like if, the width or the length was a little bit different. So keep those things in mind. Now, the Cashmere Henleys are slightly smaller, just slightly smaller. Hold on, I'm just going to pull up the other size chart. Just slightly smaller than the Fox Fiber Henleys. So if you have a Fox Fiber Henley, you might notice a slight difference if you buy the exact same size. Mind you,
well,
go ahead.
I think the more the measurements, what you're like gonna feel like is completely different, because on paper measurements are tiny bit different, but it's mostly the same, whereas when you put it on, it's very different.
Yeah.
So Waffle has a lot more stretch to the garment, this, and like very deep, like the grooves are going to stretch and move with you. So it's you feel that it's a lot like more
drapey,
loose. Yeah. It's less drapey actually, because it's a lot heavier weight. It is heavyweight Waffle, and it just feels more like a sweatshirt. So I think it's always the same with either t-shirt or like the sweatshirts. Like our heavyweight stuff, when it's a little bit too big, it doesn't drape so well because it's so heavyweight that it feels like, maybe it's too big. Whereas like if it's a lighter weight stuff, because it drapes so well, that it feels like it's not that big because it's still kind of clinging to your body. So that's the difference between, I think, Cashmere Blend Henleys and Fox Fiber Waffle Henleys. Like Cashmere Blend Henleys, it doesn't stretch as much, and then it also kind of like drapes to your body. So if you go like I tried on the size small, my usual size is extra small, but in size small, I feel like the heavyweight Fox Waffle in size small was way too big. But like with cashmere Henleys, it was like I can wear this. It's a little bit oversized, but it's got the length and all that. Like, so I think there's a difference that you cannot really see from just the measurements, which is like, I know it's, we always say see the measurements, see the measurement. Measurements are really the only thing that is not the feeling, it's just something that you can rely on, but there's also a feeling difference.
Sure. Right. Anyhow, back to the measurements, just because that is, I would say, the base, at least for the very least, this is where your baseline is going to start. So if you have the cashmere, if you have the Fox Fiber Henley, you'll see, like, for example, at a medium, the chest is 22.8. On the cashmere, we've got 22. So slightly smaller. And then on top of that, like Risa was saying, the Fox Fiber one is a little bit stretchier in the fabric, so it has a little bit more of a hang on the body. So in general, it does feel a little bit more relaxed on the body compared to this one. This one just doesn't have that same stretchiness that the Fox Fiber one does. Like, when I put it on, I put on mediums in both, and the medium in the cashmere feels a little bit less relaxed on me than the medium on the Fox Fiber. Mind you, I would still wear both in medium. Like, at my height, like I'm 5'9", 165 pounds ish, I'm wearing a medium. Whereas, like, Wyatt, for example, if you checked out our latest Instagram post, he's 6'1", he's a slim guy. He's 6'1" and around 140 pounds, and he's also wearing a medium. So let's just pull that up there. And so you can see here, it's a little bit looser on his body, but it still fits him fine. So, like, those are some other things to consider. Like, how casual do you want this to fit you? Like, if he wears a small, it would be a little bit, it would be trimmer fitting on him for sure.
Yeah, and it will be short on him because he's so tall. But, like,
the sleeve length would not work for him, I think. Yeah.
But it would still fit. Like, maybe like a t-shirt would fit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I would say that, baseline, use your measurement guide. I would say that if you're typically a medium in our products, in our t-shirts, then you're probably going to be a medium here as well. And that's going to fit you very normally, not too oversized. Whereas if you, in the Fox Fiber, this batch, if you are normally a medium in our t-shirts and you got a medium, it might have fit you a little bit more casually, a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
So that's just something to keep in mind with this batch.
Right.
Jimmy says, for fit, should the length be longer than a crew or hoodie from a style perspective? Yeah, the Henleys are longer. So I'll show you how it fits on me, but, like, whereas number one, it has a little bit of a longer tail. You can see that the front and the back are different lengths. So this one has a little bit of a longer tail to it, and then it's a little bit shorter in the front. But I would find that, like, t-shirts are probably slightly shorter than this, but definitely not as long in the back. So this is just how it works styling wise, and that's just something to, I guess, keep in mind. But I've been wearing this a lot. Like, Risa's like, are you gonna wear something else? I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep wearing this. I'm
just saying that he needs to wash it at some point.
At some point, but I just keep reaching for it, because for me, I find that it's like a great workhorse, like, piece in the warehouse, especially because we've been moving a lot of stuff around. And sometimes when I wear a sweatshirt, the sweatshirt's a little bit bulky, and I'm moving stuff around. I got a lot of extra fabric around, and it's a little uncomfortable when I'm a little too active. Whereas with this, like, I find it's, number one, it keeps me warm and cozy. It's tough. Like, I'm not really worried about getting it messed up by doing some hard work around here, which is something I really like about this, because when you think about cashmere, the first thing you think of isn't, like, tough and durable, right? Whereas with this, you can throw practically anything at this, and it's gonna hold up. I mean, it's not indestructible, but I'm definitely putting it through its paces, and I have no worries with this.
It's only 10% cashmere, so
it is 10% cashmere, but you
can feel it. You can definitely feel the, like, softness, smoothness, in the fabric. But it doesn't affect the performance of the fabric so much. No. And it definitely keeps you warm. Sometimes we run the heat in here, but sometimes I get a
a little hot even wearing this one. So you got to unbutton an extra button there, let some air in. So the Henleys coming soon. I hope you enjoy them. 3 colors. The khaki. Risa's got the ecru on underneath there, and it's also going to come in a jet black, in a black.
And Sumi black.
Sumi black. Sorry, it's pretty black. Anyhow, black. Well,
it is Sumi black.
Okay, Risa says it's Sumi black. It's Sumi black. Okay. So that's that. We'll have a more straightforward video Sunday. I promise. So at least we'll have all the information in one concise little package there. Yukon Selvage says, are you expecting the cashmere blend to sell out quickly? Hoping I can get a cashmere Henley and a Blue Owl collab in the same shipment.
I don't think they're gonna sell out immediately because we have like a lot of quantities in this Henley, because we kind of like, you know, because like t-shirts we sell a lot more than sweatshirts, so like there's the t-shirt amount and, you know, sweatshirts amount, and we booked like the Henley as like t-shirts amount. So we have a lot, but at the same time we don't know when we are going to be releasing the black fleece fox fiber, because we have to work with Blue Owl and, you know, work with the timing as well. So that is completely TBD. So we don't know how much time there is in between.
Right. So yeah, that's exactly it. I don't know when the Blue Owl release will officially happen.
Yeah. And if we can predict how long it takes for us to sell out of something, then we will let you know. But that formula hasn't really. We haven't figured out that formula yet. But I would say that if you're worried, then grab it when you see it. That's probably the best advice I can offer you there. We just never know. Like, you know, sometimes things sell out way faster than we expect. Sometimes things, like, you know, we get the release day spike, and then it's got like a nice gradual you know, sell through, and like I would say that's more of what we've been experiencing this season, mostly because we really ramped up the inventory level this season, right? So that's certainly helped. Yeah, and Henley's, you know, we have a lot of quantity, like I said, and also, you know, the price point is similar to our sweatshirts, so right. I would imagine it's going to take a while to sell through that. Yeah. So anyhow, we will find out. But you know, it's always like, you know, there's one size in one color that sells out, and then, you know, if that's your size, then it's gone, right? So yeah. Okay. So anyhow, if you want it this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, will we be doing a live release for this one? It is morning Japan time Friday. We could. And we have to skip the... No, we don't have to skip. Well, if we're skipping the if we next skip day, Saturday, live stream, then we can do that. Okay. How about that, everybody? How about we do a live release on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern? Sound good? That sounds pretty good. We can do it. Good. So we'll start it at, how about an hour before the release? Ooh, okay. So that'll be 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern, we'll start the release. That'll be 8 a.m. our time. Mm-hmm. And then we'll do it for about an hour and a half, for like 30 minutes after release. So that way, any last minute questions, things you guys want to know about the Cashmere Blend Henleys or the triple heavyweight Suriyamis, we're going to be here to answer your questions live. You can watch that counter go up, up, up. Right now we're at 8. Thank you very much. I just saw that thing go up. So that's what we'll do. So I'll schedule it. Okay. I'll schedule it. So we'll do a live release with everybody on Thursday evening, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be an early day for us. And then after the stream, you know, we're going to check the emails, make sure, you know, any, you know,
order changes that we need to do, we'll do that, and then we'll get right to pick, packing, and shipping. I would say that the last time we did a release, especially with Wyatt here, we got everything out in one day.
Yeah.
Everything out in one day. It was the fastest we have ever shipped that many orders. So I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was like sweatshirt release, and it wasn't like a lot of t-shirt release. The number of orders there is completely different from like sweatshirt release. So,
right.
And it was an expensive sweatshirt too. But regardless, I think we are obviously more efficient with Wyatt around, and we can get a lot of things wrapped up really quickly. And to be fair, there's also the release coming up next week is also very small release in terms of we have only 2 products that's and very easy to pick. So I think we can get most of the shipping done that day.
Yeah.
With that said, speaking of schedule, so we're kind of messing with a little bit of a schedule for the next few weeks.
Yes.
So next week, the live stream is gonna be on the day before our regular days. An hour before the regular hour.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
6 p.m. Eastern next Thursday night.
20th.
The 20th.
Eastern
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the following week we will be in Toronto.
Yeah.
So we won't be doing a live stream that weekend.
Right. We'll be doing a live event in Toronto. So if you're in Toronto, you see us at Gerhard Supply at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
And then the following week we will
also skipping the live stream that week because we're changing a live stream schedule to the beginning of the week.
Yeah. So it'll be we'll start off and the release of actually we should talk about that. So what we're going to do for the double heavyweight French Terry, we're going to release those on Sunday, December the 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to be doing a live stream to coincide with that. So the live stream will start at 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. live stream. We'll run that. And so that'll be a Sunday night live stream starting on Sunday, December the 7th.
Okay.
Right?
Is that what we said? Didn't we say we're going to do... Okay. No. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. So anyhow, I'll make this all clear in the next newsletter because there's a lot of dates and things to keep in mind. But the bottom line is that the next live stream is going to be on the 20th. That's going to be a Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. Live release for the Cashmere and the Suryami t-shirt release. Then we're skipping a week because we're going to be in Toronto for the Gerhard Supply event. And then we will do a Sunday live stream. Sunday evening in the West, so Sunday, December 7th, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern.
But that's the time of the release live stream. It's not going to be the time of the regular live stream, right?
Right. So the release will be an hour before, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyhow, we'll figure it out.
Because otherwise in the summer, we're going to have to do it at 7 a.m.
Right, it'll be a little early. So, and then I guess anytime we do a release live stream, it'll just be an hour before the release. Anyhow, all of this stuff will be in the emails. It's going to be very, very...
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, very exciting stuff.
And, it's not like once we decide we'll set in stone either. We'll might play around with the timing if... we kind of just want to engage more people in the live streams. So.
Right. I thought that, when last week when we mentioned the potential change of the live stream time, there were a couple people, we talked about Sunday nights, and there was a couple people also in the comments section that mentioned Sunday nights was a good idea. And I do think that Sunday nights might actually be a really good idea because I find that a lot of people are going to be home, right? I know that on Friday nights, we start at 7 p.m. Eastern, so depending on what time zone you're in, you might be home, you may not be home. So you might from work or whatever it is. So
a lot of people have plans on Friday night as well. So I think Sunday night is a little bit more of chill at home kind of night. So for a lot of people, not everybody, but so that might help. And on top of that, it will be like our Monday morning. It will be the start of our week, which is, if we were to do like a release coinciding with the live stream, then it really does help in terms of like getting all of the orders that's, because if we release on Friday, then like, Friday orders we can ship on Friday and maybe Saturday morning, but, any like, few hours later orders would not come through till the following week. So I think longer time for us to deal with that, as well as like, I don't know, I just like the idea of kicking off the week with the live stream, get the energy like up and then have a nice week.
Yeah. And then for the Friday fans, my thinking is we do more of the sort of like newsletter type videos. And
like
then
what happened this week,
right,
like in real time kind of thing.
Yeah. And so we get that kind of video out so that Friday night we'll still have a little bit of content for people, or, they could watch it over the weekend. And so we'll try to have a little bit more of a regular schedule around there. It does help having an extra set of hands around here. At least someone can help hold the camera and things like that. So, it's all coming together here with the
and the key to this like confusion is that everybody subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so you will get notified no matter how many times we change the time of the live stream.
That's it. Yeah. And I would also say that with the shorter video that we made, I did find that I got a lot of emails from people discovering certain things. Like they're just like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, right? Because I know that not everybody watches the live stream because it's 2 hours. It's not, and there's a lot of them. So, having smaller, like very easily digestible bits of content, I think is a little important for us to, get some information out there as well. Yeah. So we'll try to do a little bit of everything. Okay. All right. Sup Bro says, are you guys planning on releasing anything else with that striped lining? There's so much personality in it, and I'm sad I missed it. So you're talking about the Indigo blanket striped French terry.
Yes.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that won't be coming back. That won't be coming back as was. Because and we talked about it basically throughout the entire production process of that sweatshirt. It was maybe the longest product to come to market that we've ever had to make, and the yarns just kept becoming unavailable, right? So the yarns that we use for the inside, the manufacturer just they stopped making them. They don't make this color anymore. They make this color. They don't make that, and then it became a real nightmare. So basically, we had to abandon ship after we made that production, because even during that production, even though we gave them our quantities, our numbers, everything, weeks after we've okay, we're here's the production order, you made the sample for us, they're like, oh yeah, we ran out of these yarns. And we're like, what do you, we've already sold everything, you know what I mean? You anyhow, it was just a lot of,
but I mean,
there was just a lot of problems with it.
We didn't know how much we were gonna sell. They didn't know how much we were gonna sell. It's always an issue with the apparel business in general. We have a long lead time, and things change during that time. So it is understandable, but because we had clearly like that's not their best selling yarns, they're not like keeping it up the whole time. So instead of just just struggling every year, we're gonna be like, are we able to make it, are we not able to make it, kind of thing. We just decided to kind of a little switch gears a little bit. We did hear that everybody liked the idea of Indigo, and I know that a lot of people also like the stripe aspects of it. Yeah. But maybe we'll go back to that at some point with different kinds of yarns. In the meantime, though, we are switching to another one of your favorite yarns. Yeah. So we're gonna go Indigo exterior, Indigo middle layer, fox fiber interior. So it's going to be
indigo with fox fiber, like an indigo fox fiber denim.
Yeah. So you
Similar
get
idea.
two of your loves.
Yes. All in
Indigo.
one.
Natural,
Yeah.
the aging, beautifully kind of thing that's indigo, and also natural color of fox fiber brown.
Yeah, sandwiched together. So I think people are going to be very excited for that. If we can't do the stripe, at the very least, we can bring those two fibers, those two colors together and make something very special. So for those people who got that indigo sweatshirt, you've got something very, very special in your hands. One of a kind piece. You're not going to see that again. You're definitely not going to see it again as is.
Yeah.
But we will have a fox fiber version for those people who missed out. We think it's a worthy replacement.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what's
Very
in
excited
that's
about
what's in the works right now. So it's currently in development. Okay. So that was a great question. John asks, I'm assuming it's impossible, but there's no chance for you to hold something for us to pair shipments, obviously within reason. It's possible, but I would say within reason.
Yes.
Like, don't buy a t-shirt today and then say, can you hold it for a Super Looper sweatshirt shipment? Like,
Yeah.
that's many, 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 many months away. Like, if you buy it, look, if you buy a t-shirt today and you want to hold it until, like, the double heavyweight French Terries come out, that's like 3 weeks, 4 weeks away from now, 3 weeks away from now. It's fine.
I'm going to say, yeah, like anything that we know the release.
Right. If a release date has been announced.
Yes. That's reasonable because we how long it's going to be, and it's not going to be like months and months because we would never know the release date months and months ahead anyways. But yeah, as you can see, our warehouse is really, really full, and we deal with a lot of moving pieces, and holding something for somebody is taking up a separate space, and we have to make sure that doesn't get lost in the
The mix. Yeah.
So as long as like it's reasonable, we're happy to do it because I know that it's going to help you, the customers. And we're really appreciative of like, having multiple orders and stuff like that, obviously. So we want to help you, but at the same time, there's only so much that we can do in this jumble. So
just keep it simple. Say like, if like, for example, I see John, you says, I was hoping for triple heavyweight t-shirt until the double heavyweight sweatpants and hoodies. Perfect. So that's no problem. So like, that's an easy one, right? So order the triple heavyweight t-shirt, and then in the comments section, just say, please hold until my next order, or hold until like double heavyweight French Terry order. And, when you place that second order, message us, just because I can't keep track.
Yeah, you also you have to let us know the first order and the second order.
Yeah, say combine.
Yes.
Yeah. Combine, and then put your order number
Both
in there.
order has to be mentioned in that. An order note would be perfect. You don't have to send a separate email. Just put it in the order note when you check out. Save it for my next order, for this one, and we'll do it.
Yeah. So yes, it's a little bit of work on our end, but it's also work on your end. So yeah, if you forget to put the note in one of them, I'm gonna ship that other one.
Yes.
It's gonna go out the door.
Yes.
I can't I can't remember if I have something on hold for you.
Obviously, we can't, and we'll also like on a release day, especially, we're not checking like everybody's orders as like, oh, maybe this person, like, sometimes like within the same release day, some people ordered like, two separate orders. And in the beginning, I think we were managing it so that like we kind of like, oh, this name, I saw it like earlier, let's combine the orders. At this point, we can't do that anymore. That all the names are jumbles, first of all, but also like it's just we can't. Like we ship and get it picked up before we finish the entire thing, so there's no way for us to like, oh wait, that customer had another order and let's combine. It's going to kill the efficiency, everything.
I'm just thinking, if we like magically catch it, we'll combine
and
it.
we always do it,
Yeah, yeah.
especially like like down times when there's not much like orders coming out. We always try to do it.
Yeah.
It's not our intention to.
But like sometimes, for example, somebody might order something on a Friday, and then they order something on a Sunday, and like the way that we pick and process orders is like first in, first out. So we might have processed all Friday's orders, had that stuff ready for FedEx to pick up. They picked it up, and then by the end of the day, we're finished Sunday's orders, and maybe you realize, there was two, but
And back then when we were doing that, like I was like emailing everybody we did that for also, just so that like they know that it's coming together and stuff. But nowadays, like if we do it, like I just refunded shipping on the other one, but I don't even say anything because I was just like,
we combined
you know what I mean.
Right. So we try our best to do that, and if you want us to hold and combine, you got to communicate in the order notes that that's exactly what you want us to do, and we will definitely do our best to accommodate. But don't ask us to hold it if there's no release date. Don't ask us to hold it.
Yeah, and if you want us to combine, please let us know in the order notes. Yeah, on both orders.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Daniel asks, any rough idea for the other colors of the hoodies to come back in stock, like the ecru or maybe red, etc.? So
yes. So all of the double heavy, I'm assuming you're talking about double heavyweight hoodies. The new everything that's visible on the website is the colors that we're gonna have this fall. So there is no red. There is ecru. There is the returning colors are ecru, heather gray, navy, and sumi. And then we got the June, Sage, and Rust.
Yeah.
So 3 new colors. So 7 colors total, and they will all be released on December the 7th.
Sunday, December 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Yes. Sunday at 7. It's going to be a wild ride that night. So that we'll have a coinciding live stream that'll start an hour earlier.
Right.
So we'll be here to answer your questions live, and we'll it's like a live customer service. We'll be like QVC.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We gotta. We'll be the shopping channel. Yeah, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I used to watch that a lot. I always found those gadgets were always very exciting. Ron Popeil, the Ronco food dehydrator, hair in a can. I always thought that was impressive. That guy made everything. He invented everything. It was incredible.
There was a guy like that here too.
Yeah.
I think he sold mostly electronics, but there was a very famous guy.
Right.
Can't remember his name.
I want to look him. I want to find out who he is. Ron Popeil. Anyhow, food dehydrator.
It's never the guy that you think that this guy can, sell anything. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I don't know. I always find that interesting. Like they're not like traditionally good looking or anything like that.
Oh, Ron was handsome.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he was a handsome man.
But I feel like a lot of the shopping channel legends are like
kind of ordinary people. Yeah. Edelson Jr. says Ginsu knives. Oh yeah, Ginsu knives. You can cut through a can with this thing. I'm like,
I only know that from the Ryan Gosling and
the knife guys. Knife guys and Will Ferrell. Yeah, set it and forget it. That's it. The Ginsu. I always liked watching those knives, and they're cutting through concrete with it. I'm like, that is an incredible knife. And then you're just. And they're cutting through concrete cinder blocks and just like that's the greatest knife ever. And then you just got to think to yourself, how often are you cutting through aluminum cans? And
yes.
And it's still sharp enough to cut through this tomato. It's just
tomato trick.
Yeah, it's very good.
Tomato and paper.
They sold me. I was too young. I didn't have a credit card. I definitely would have been shopping though. If I had a credit card at that age, I would have been buying all that stuff.
Yeah. The other day, yesterday, I think we went to a post office to drop off something, and they had this they didn't have a TV. I don't think it was just coming through from the speaker of the post post office.
Yeah.
And they were like doing this like, shopping things. It's like just now if you order in like, the next 20 minutes you're gonna save like this much amount. It's like, whoa, this is like 7,900 yen usually. Now you can get it for 2,900.
That's awesome.
It's like so funny to hear that in like post office.
Bean says, as a knife maker, I still love those ads, man. Nothing sells a knife more than cutting through a concrete block. Like, I'm just saying, like, I when you're in the boots world, boots and jeans, rugged world, ultimately you're gonna find yourself looking at some knives. It's just, you are. Mm-hmm. And,
but
like,
those are not the knives that they sell, right?
No, but the thing is like, you look at them and you're like, wow, these are beautiful knives. And like, you learn about the steel and this and that, but it doesn't, like, what's gonna sell some knives? Cutting through concrete.
Is there actually a knife that cuts through concrete?
I'll show you the commercials.
Okay.
And like, I mean, they do it. I don't know if those are like, gimmick blocks or anything like that.
It's like karate chop, like concrete.
Yeah, maybe it's like karate chop concrete. Like that stuff still just breaks. But still, I'm just saying, like, visually, the visual appeal of selling the product by like cutting through a can or like doing something crazy with it, or like
it's memorable.
Oh yeah, it's
the thing also
it slaps
the boat.
Yeah, the guy with the boat. Yeah. He's like, yo, we got all these holes in the boat, and just gonna slap away the problem.
Just nothing leaks.
Yeah. ShamWow, Slap Chop. I loved all those commercials. Those were great. John Ake says, was so happy when I recently was able to get myself a hawk knife from Idaho. Super cool. I gotta see I don't know what a hawk knife is, but I gotta see what that is. Sonny Stark says, we need Billy Mays style promo video for the Cashmere Henley starring Bayzat. I love Billy Mays. Rest in peace. I don't know how to do this, but rest in peace, Billy Mays. He was a good man. I think he was the OxyClean guy.
Oh.
Yeah, Billy. Yeah. Hi, I'm Billy Mays for this and that. No, anyways, he did a lot of commercials, but Flex Seal, that's the product. Anyhow, we can go on about this topic forever, but it is the infomercials are they infomercials or what are infomercials? Commercials. Yeah. I love a good pitch, man, and there's some legends out there, that's for sure. Billy Mays and the Slap Chop guy. What's his name again? But that guy sold a lot of those Slap Chop devices.
I don't know what's that.
He was the same guy as ShamWow, but Slap Chop was just like this little device that you just hit the top of it, and it had just some blades that would chop up anything in there, so you could chop it real fine, real quick.
Oh, like the...
That's it. Yeah. Oh. So there was a guy, and he had a great commercial. You're gonna love my nuts. That was the line. Anyhow, Edelson says there was a joke. They also sold this pantyhose that would not tear. So the Ginsu knives versus that pantyhose was the duel of the decade. Oh my God, funny. That sounds great. Vince from Slap Chop. That's him. Yes, very good. Good memory, Mr. BD. There we go. Anyhow, we clearly have some infomercial fans here in the audience. I'm glad to see it. But yeah, we will do a live release. It won't be as exciting or as entertaining as some of those infomercials. We're not
going to be testing.
Yeah. All right, in order to test out the limits of the Cashmere Blend Henley, we've got two Abrams tanks here that are going to be pulling it apart. Let's see if we can do it.
We should do that with triple heavyweight, maybe.
Triple heavyweight. We're gonna take two cars and.
It's a hefty.
It's a thing. Yeah, we've got two silverback gorillas here. We're here at the Ueno Zoo, and we're gonna see what these 800-pound gorillas can do to this T-shirt. It clearly indestructible. That would be very funny. We need a lot bigger budget for that, but yes, very cool. Okay, I feel like I had something to say, but now I went off track a little bit. Wait. The Moore says, for those of us that watch the N&F live stream on Thursdays at 7 p.m., will there be a time conflict next Thursday? There will be somewhat of a time conflict. We'll start at 6 p.m. Eastern,
Yeah,
And
but they
then
don't start till 7, and
Yeah.
we will be winding down
at
by
7:30.
7:30.
Yeah. So there will be a slight crossing of the streams. You never cross the streams, but we're going to be crossing the streams just a little bit. That's okay. So yeah, anyhow, you tune in and then we'll send you off.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. John Ake says, ironically, doing something ridiculous to your triple heavyweight would probably go pretty viral. That's true. Sometimes I think to myself, how can we use social media better to, engage more people?
Right.
But I think that's a double-edged sword. Because I like our audience because our audience is a very tuned in audience and they understand what we're doing.
And they only find us because they do research.
Yeah.
And I like that because they at least know, because we're not so good at we don't have tags on our products explaining what things are or very, we just don't have the resources to, send out a lot of messages about our products all the time. And I feel like because our audience do their own research, that's how they found us.
Right.
And that way it kind of makes our jobs a little bit easier. We don't have, and then we also don't get a lot of oh my God, $300
right.
for a t-shirt.
I kind of want to avoid that a little bit because the more you sort of you bring in an sort of an outsider audience, the more you sort of bring in, the kinds of comments and maybe criticisms that, it's hard to reply to that kind of stuff, right? And, I don't want to seem like I'm ignoring people, but I would say that, when you get a sort of comment that doesn't warrant a reply because it sort of came from a harsh place, right? I don't want to bring in that type of people. So creating weird and crazy content just to sort of engage eyes and bring people on is not something that I really want to do. Whereas I really want to focus on the learning aspect of the kinds of things that we do so that the people who are genuinely interested in and intrigued by the kinds of products that we make are the ones that are the ones that come on. So I'm not reaching for look, our goal isn't 100 million customers, it's not about volume for us. It's really, in some ways it is, but realistically speaking, compared to big brands, this is this is chump change. But the point is I want to not bring in a non-well receptive audience.
Yeah, and also it's just we again, I say this all the time, but our resources are extremely limited, and I like running a business this way, lean, and we are involved in, and part of it is maybe my control freakness, but it's I want to be involved in a lot of the majority of the part of the business. Of course, as we grow, we hire somebody, we got to let go of little things here and there, but customer service is one of those things that is really important for us to handle at this point. And once we kind of go viral or whatever, that's gonna kind of we don't have enough time to deal with everything,
right?
And then we're gonna have to have some people, handling that. It's just, and I don't think that's going to bring us a lot of eyes on our brand, perhaps, and we may get more, fans and sales out of that. But I don't think the ratio is gonna be great because I believe that our products are meant for kind of targeted towards people who would have found us anyways. I feel it's it's just if you're the type of person who are drawn to the type of things that we do,
you'll come across us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you'll find us.
So we don't need the extra eyes, because I think it's different if our brand's selling point is a design, something that you can see, and things like that. or aesthetics in general, then yeah, maybe getting a lot more eyes on a brand would help us. But I think for our products, it's not that. It's just the knowledge. So I feel
Yeah. It's definitely tough. McKinley says you found your tribe, no need to change anything.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Like I like the kinds of products we make. Certainly, like there's ways for me to engage with, you members of the community in different ways. Some people like the long form stuff, some people like the shorter videos, some people like the newsletter. So, there's certain things I want to do, but we have to always do it in more of a like education based format, like where you're gonna learn something from this, or at the very least, it's relevant to a release or something like that, right? Like maybe if we do more of the what's going on here in the showroom type videos, it's day to day, how the business runs, what's coming up, what's coming out, that kind of thing. Maybe some more fit type of outfit style things that are coming out from those kinds of videos. So different ways to approach people, but trying to get like a lot of eyes through like viral marketing, I think that works well if you're trying to sell like bottles, here's a new bottle you gotta buy, water bottle, like it's here's the new flashy color, like that works for that. But like when you're trying to show people, teach people about, the differences in like fiber length and qualities of fiber and colors of fiber and like how to create colors in all these different ways. And, you're just gonna come across like sort of the haters. And I would say thank goodness, like we don't really get a lot of those kind of comments, but like every now and then, like, somebody's just, they might write something a little off-putting, and I'm like, I'm the kind of guy who, like, if I don't respond to every comment, at the very least I read it, I'm gonna like it. But sometimes you get these nasty ones and you're like, I don't know if like you're the kind of person who's willing to, like, I can understand criticism, right? There's criticism or like a genuine, like, I don't understand, but then there's like just shots fired. And I'm like, is this the kind of person where I can, if I just engage with them and like try to make them understand a little bit more that, maybe it's not the right product for them, but they understand what it is. Like, am I going to get that person to that level? And I'm like, I don't.
Most likely not.
Right. Most likely not. So I would like to avoid.
Yeah.
Because like I said, like, we answer all the customer service. I want to avoid having too many of those, because it's eventually it's just going to take up a lot of my time trying to figure out, do I need to respond to this or not?
Well, it's just our approach are kind of should be like it should be used on maybe retaining the customers that we already have, or kind of make interesting contents that are helpful to other people who would learn about things. And I mean, it's just obviously like sometimes like it's kind of fun to do fun things, and maybe that will catch new eyes, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But we're very hesitant to do like and those things that you can always plan it and it doesn't happen the way
right.
So it's that's why it goes viral. But but I'm not looking forward to that. If that ever happens, I would be kind of like, oh, we gotta deal with this now, kind of thing.
Yeah. Chris says, I respect you both because everything you do feels like a passion project.
It really is.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It really is. Like,
this is our lives, like we're here every single day,
right? And when we're not doing this, it is like, I think I mentioned it like last week, like I'm just consuming more and more content and learning more about the things that we do. Like, so it's a non-stop thing for me. It's very obsessive, and even sometimes like I just don't want to leave here. I would say that the problem with working from home was that home was work. And work often ended at like 2 a.m. just because like at some point like you have to sleep. And here, I would say that the benefit of here is that when we leave, we generally leave. Yeah. And like, there's not so much, we go home and like so often we go home late, but like, we go home and like,
Well, the thing
You know,
is, like, we've been like really backed up with the work like lately, but like, because we have cats at home and we also have to, we can't like walk home. We also can't taxi home every night. So we're gonna have to catch the train
right.
while it's running and all that stuff. Like those like
Those things sort
kind
of
of
force you.
yeah, and I think mostly the cats
Yeah.
also, we just don't want to leave them. But
Right.
if we work from home, then we would just be there.
Yeah. But it's like it's a workaholic lifestyle. That's for sure. Yeah. The Moore says, just a side question. The Moore says, I purchased an item that came with DTG, garment care instructions. Risa, would you explain direct to garment or direct to film printing on fabric? It's direct to garment is like literally a it's like a printer. It's not a silk screen. It's like you put the garment in and it's like a printer, like an inkjet printer that will print directly onto the garment. Now, I'm no print expert. I don't know much about like direct to garment printing. I don't know much about even silk screening. I know that people do it. That's not really in our realm. Maybe I'll say that maybe one day if we get into print, it's probably going to be silk screen, like, vintage style, like
Right.
collegiate or something like that. Like some sort of vintagey looking thing would go on a t-shirt. I'm not opposed to it, but
Like care things being printed is usually if it's really mass produced, it is way more efficient to do it that way. That's why you probably see it on like, brands that are like just making so much of the like so many units of the same things kind of thing, because with the tags, not only do you have to print the tags, and then you also have to sew it onto the thing. So I think like obviously if you're just doing like smaller quantities, I think it's easier to do the tags. You don't have to set up a whole printing things. And well, I mean, you know what I mean. It's not I think it's more efficient to do the tags for smaller brands. It's way more efficient for a bigger brands to do the printing. And I think sometimes, tags are like things that kind of, the tags have to be inside. So sometimes it's annoying. So printing might be helpful. Other people find the print like, when it kind of crumbles, like it's a little bit more annoying because tags you can cut it off. So I don't know. I think there's ups and downs on both ways to deal with care instructions.
right. Okay. Yukon Selvage says a Snoopy print on a double heavyweight t-shirt. I'm not gonna lie, I would really like to find out how the Snoopy licensing works, because here in Japan, Snoopy's on everything.
I mean, everywhere Snoopy's on everything.
More here though.
But
way
here,
more
like,
here.
in Japan is a land
Character,
of licensing.
Yeah.
Like it's licensing everywhere.
So,
So
I would like to know how it works, and
yeah, it doesn't seem so strict in terms of like the volume and
right,
stuff like
or
that.
like even categories. Like sometimes you'll deal with a brand. Like I remember back in the Naked and Famous days, at one point I tried to get an X-Men collaboration. So I reached out and I talked to somebody, and they're like, "Oh, right now we're doing a jeans collaboration with another brand, and like with another like denim brand," and like that was it, and that was like the end of the conversation. And so like if they I guess in their however way they deal with things, they're just like, if you're with one jeans brand, we're not gonna deal with another jeans brand. Maybe there's a time, for that. But other licensing, they're like, oh, you want to license our character for your t-shirts, and you can license it for your t-shirt, and so you can just do it all day, every day. So I think with Snoopy, they're just like, whatever the fee is. But what I think probably for Japan is that like if you get the license for Japan, you can only sell it in Japan. So I wonder what the international restrictions are going to be for that, if there are, or if there's like you pay more money and you get global rights.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
yeah,
yeah. I mean, Snoopy is probably one of the like one of the characters that we have the most stuff
Yes.
with.
Yes.
We don't have a lot of character things, but Snoopy is like in our lives all of the time.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, so I don't mind that, but yeah, it's not my priority right now.
You know, I was thinking this morning. I was talking about running, and that's just me. That's me whenever I think about running.
Keeping fit is hard work.
It is. That's what they say.
That's what Snoopy says.
Yeah. Alan says, ever thought of a Doraemon collab?
You know, I used to like Doraemon when I was a kid, and I still don't like it, and it's such a good anime comics. But I'm just gonna say this like recent like just thing of not by recent I mean like years, but like, you know, like Doraemon on everything, you know, like a high-end brands and stuff that. That just kind of little bit ruined Doraemon, like, you know, vision for me.
You gotta let it settle a little bit before it comes back.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, like, Snoopy would be the one, mostly because Snoopy also has a lot of, like, ties to, like, heritage. You know, this old vintage heritage, like, Snoopy sweaters. Like, Snoopy was the mascot for the space program. Like, so there's a lot of, like, within, like, rugged wear, there's a lot of Snoopy involved. And so that's why I really like Snoopy in that respect. I mean, I would.
He's an aviator.
Yeah, he's a spaceman. He's everything. So I like that. I would also not be like opposed to like really old school like Looney Tunes. You know, Roadrunner, Coyote, like, you know, that kind of stuff. But for me, I think Snoopy is the one that's the closest to my heart, and that would be what I would be looking for. Yeah, if we were to do any sort of like character T-shirts, I think that's the one that I would want to focus on. I'm not opposed to others, but yeah. John says, do you know that Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes has never been licensed? Used to be on all those Calvin peeing bumper stickers, but nothing was ever above board. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Calvin and Hobbes, and as a kid, I had all the books. Bill Watterson, I loved Calvin and Hobbes. I didn't read books. I read Calvin and Hobbes. I just had all the books. I always read, like, they're just little comic strips. I loved them. And they've never made a cartoon. They never made a movie. I think they're very strict on the licensing, as in they don't license it. There was always that picture of Calvin like taking a pee on something. That wasn't from the comics either. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Not above board. Not above board, Calvin and Hobbes. Okay. Oh, let's talk about triple heavyweight t-shirts. Gage is asking, are triple heavyweight tees a thing y'all will do every year? I think so. That's kind of the plan.
Yeah. We were just talking about this actually the other day. You know, it's like triple heavyweight t-shirt is a very different category item compared to really anything else we do. I think triple heavyweight t-shirts was just out of our like, you know, desire to like push the weight. It's not. It is definitely a thing where like we did the double heavyweight. It was very successful. Yeah. Heavyweight tees are a thing, and people are looking for as heavy as it gets, and that we wanted to take the step further.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, we didn't skimp on like, you know, it's tsuriyami. It takes a long time to make it. It is very difficult in terms of heavyweight. We also really like the like slubby texture and all of that. Like those things are just kind of there that kind of makes the cost, you know, balloon. Yeah. So it is not an affordable t-shirt by any means, and I feel like this is just kind of like we're only catering to the ultimate heavyweight t-shirt person, which, you know, I don't think there's a ton of.
Right. So it's not a always in stock item. Well,
it doesn't need to be. It's not a basic.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be. I would say, unlike, say, something like the Ultimate Pima, which generally I want to always keep in stock.
Yeah, because there's a room for that because Yeah.
Right, there's a lot of desire for that
Right.
t-shirt. That's a very easy, everyday wearable t-shirt. Whereas the triple heavyweight is like, yeah, right. You know, you've got all your tough gear, and this is just the extra piece you need to put it all together, where you're wearing all your heavyweight gear, right? And so it's not like I would say, like with double heavyweight t-shirt, Ultimate Pumas. There's a lot of customers who like they have multiple. They've got one in every
Right.
color, and like
Yeah,
they wear them. That's their daily driver. Whereas like I don't feel like the triple heavyweight is anybody's daily driver, but it is part of their collection. Like they might have double heavyweights that they wear mostly daily, but every now and then they pull out the triple heavyweight just
When
to
you want to
you know
feel tough.
right. So it's not something that we plan to always like as an always in stock item. It's mostly going to be sort of a seasonal restock, and of course like the fact that it's hard to make and slow to produce sort of helps us keep it in the seasonal restock category.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something we like. But it's not. And I would say it's not. Yeah, we've said it before, but it's not for everyone. So it's not something that we feel that we always need to have it. BD says, I don't not need a triple heavyweight. Yeah, right. I would say that it's on a lot of people's maybe wish lists, right? But
I think you know, like one thing I noticed is like a lot of people come through the showroom by appointment, and they would just be like, "Oh, can I touch the triple heavyweight? Like I want to feel it." But most people don't end up buying triple heavyweight because it's just like, "Wow, that's so cool."
Yeah,
I'm just gonna leave it there.
Right, and then the double heavyweight's the one for them. I'm not trying to like talk you out of buying one. If you want to buy one, if you want to buy one, please buy it. We make them for you. But it is definitely an interesting piece, and we're happy to have it. We're happy to have it back again. This batch, I remember somebody asked. I think the measurements are up. We did the measurements for that, and so I don't remember if
I did. Right? I did. Okay. I did. Yeah.
I don't remember that if the last spring's batch had the updated large, extra large, double XL measurements.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Right. So this would be the first batch with the updated measurements. Yeah. Okay. So for those people who are maybe newer or maybe forgot, last spring, so spring 25, we did an update for all of our t-shirts.
Is that spring 25?
This is the year 2025. So last spring was spring 2025. As far as I know, I could be wrong.
This feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, I know. We updated the size pitch of our large, extra large, double XL. So the large got a little bit bigger, the XL got a little bit more bigger, and then the double XL got a little bit more bigger than that. Than what they used to be previously. So we had some comments, especially from those in the like XL, double XL category, asking for our shirts to be a little bit bigger. Like, and instead of making a triple XL, which would have just added another SKU for us, what we did was we scaled everything up from large, extra large, double XL up just a little bit. So if you were a large before, maybe you had purchased a t-shirt from the first or second seasons from us. The new large would have probably felt very similar, a little bit bigger, but not nothing. You're not wearing a completely new garment. And the same thing with the XL. But I feel like the double XL customers are the ones who really felt the major difference there. So this batch of triple heavyweight Suryamis reflects the updated sizing. And because we haven't restocked the triple heavyweight since then, it took until now for us to get this batch out. So.
And triple heavyweight is also slightly before as well, but like slightly larger in the chest and armhole compared to double heavyweight t-shirts and other t-shirts of ours. Just cause that triple heavyweight is heavyweight, and you do need that little bit of an extra room to not feel like really tight.
Yeah. You don't want that one to be tight because it doesn't move.
It is very like it's like a rug.
Yeah. It's tough.
It's pretty rug.
So yeah, you want to have a little bit of room in there, that's for sure.
So yeah, I mean, take a look, but you keep in mind whenever you take a look at the measurement guide and compare the measurement with something that you have on hand, keep in mind what kind of fabric is it that you're measuring, and then what kind of fabric is it that you're trying to, compare to. If it's, regular stretchy t-shirt fabric, then you might want to consider adding a little bit to the measurement to find your size, because it's not going to fit the same. It's not going to feel the same. So.
Right. McKinley, important comment. Don't forget to tap the like button and subscribe. That's right, everybody. If you haven't done so yet, just lend us some sugar. Just hit that little like button and let us know how you really feel. Okay, we would certainly appreciate it. You know what's interesting? We used to have it. You can see the likes. Now they took it away from us. Not really sure, but I'm assuming everybody's hit the like button already. The missing patient says, "Are you wearing the Ultimate Pima under the Cashmere Blend Henley? Looks comfortable. I love my Ultimate Pima shirts and looking forward to the Cashmere Blend Henley. I am. Good eye. This is the Ultimate Pima in black, and I would say that having them both on together is a very, very comfortable combination. It is. I would say the double heavyweight T-shirt on this might be a little bit overkill, but the Ultimate Pima under this it's a great feeling. They're both very soft, and I think together they really retain a lot of warmth together, so it keeps me nice and warm as it is starting to chill down a little bit here in Japan. Dominic asked, did they talk about the Blue Owl collab this stream? Not yet. It's a good segue. We are one of these shipments, and there's even more, it goes all the way down the hall, is for Blue Owl. So Blue Owl sweatpants are on the way, and then they'll receive them soon, and then we'll be able to announce a release date for the Blue Owl black fleeced fox fiber. So a black version of the sweatshirt that Risa is wearing. It's going to be a Blue Owl and Wonder Looper exclusive. You can only get it here and there. And I will say that I know that's going to be a hot one. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that one. A lot of people have been asking for that one. So
I'm very excited to announce that, because I think it was just like, since we talked about it on the live stream, people have been asking nonstop about it. So it's very exciting to drop that finally. Yes,
it's gonna be what I don't know. It's gonna be great. Blue Boy, is the recommendation to get a size up for the triple heavyweight?
Not really, because we do adjust the measurements on the size. For instance, large in double heavyweight is however many centimeters in chest. It's one, I think one more centimeters added to triple heavyweight, just to account for the thickness of the fabric, and a little bit of an uncomfortable nature of the fabric. So we do a little bit of adjustment on our end, so that you don't have to do it on your end, basically. But again, measurements are your friends. You want to take a look.
I wear a medium in the double heavyweight. I wear a medium in the triple heavyweight. I could wear larges in both. Sometimes I do. I feel like the medium in the triple heavyweight fits me well, because I wear it mostly as a layering item. I wear that underneath like a zip hoodie, or last week I was wearing it underneath my pullover hoodie, for example. If I'm wearing it under a flannel or a jacket, I want it to not be as baggy, but that would be on my silhouette. But if you're going to mostly wear it on its own, maybe sizing up works well for you. But again, that really depends on your preference. But measure a shirt that you like, the way that it fits. And, I would say tag size aside, the measurements are always what's going to matter the most. So, keep that in mind. And I would say that most people, generally speaking, can go one size up in our t-shirts and still feel pretty comfortable wearing them. Of course, if you depends on what you mean by your normal size, but when I'm talking about my normal size, I mean, it's not relaxed fitting on me. And then when I go up a size, I've even gone up to XLs when I really want like really relaxed t-shirts. So you can do that as well. It's just whenever I get into the XL land, I need to hem it because I find it gets a little bit long for my size. But that would only apply to like the double heavyweights. If I'm wearing the Ultimate Pumas in an XL, I don't mind it because it's a lot looser of a fabric.
Yeah.
So
But I honestly think that like the heavier the weight of the garment, that you need to be careful about like oversizing it. It's not gonna look good per se. Like I think if you like the oversized looks, like the lighter drapier fabric looks good. But you know, when you're wearing something like that's really like structured on its own and go size up, it just looks that like it's kind of sitting, you know, away from your body
a little bit.
It's a little awkward fit, I think.
I think of a picture of me wearing an XL.
Oh, XL.
No, an XL in the double heavyweight, probably a long time ago. I'm just trying to find it. This one. I mean, maybe I'm covering it a little bit, but this is me in an XL and the double heavyweight Heather Gray. And yeah, it's just, you know, this has been hemmed, but you know, it's a little bit big on the body, and it's quite, you know, I find it's okay, but it depends on you. Yeah, it really depends on you. I think there's a lot of flexibility when it comes to t-shirt sizing because, you know, it really depends how you want to wear that t-shirt. Triple heavyweight, I wouldn't wear it super baggy. Like, let me go get one.
Yeah. Again, it just all comes down to like it's going to look too boxy maybe when it's too big and it doesn't drape. So, I mean, I understand that you probably want to get a little bit of extra room, but I wouldn't
like double heavyweight, triple heavyweight. And like, you know, double heavyweight, you know, it's going to do that. Triple heavyweight, not as much. Like it'll bend over, but it is not the same amount of like bend.
Yeah.
You know,
and this is heavyweight already. I find this not to drape so well. And then like this one, it's it's a carpet.
Yeah, I can see if I've been able to get it to like not quite stand, but like it is definitely much less drapey. So this one's easier to wear a little bit bigger. This one I find like when you do have it bigger on you, it's a box.
It's a box.
It's a box. So just keep that one in mind. Hold on. Just want to put this down somewhere that isn't dusty. Yeah. Okay. John says, I'm glad you have the extra length. I'm all torso and have baby legs. There you go. Yeah. Again, everybody's it's going to fit a little bit differently. So keep some of those things in mind. But I say that generally speaking, you've got about one size up where it's going to fit you more casually, a little bit more relaxed. And then if you go two sizes up, depending on the style, it might be too baggy. But, you know, I say that all of us probably have some like giant t-shirts in our closet that we like to wear. And so keep that in mind as well. I just think that the triple heavyweight might be overkill if you're going to wear it like that loose. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. There's a lot of questions. Sunny says, any scarves coming in the future inspired by the current fabrics? Would love to see a honeycomb cashmere blend scarf. I think when it comes to scarves and I'm going to say mitts, I'm going to stick to what we're going to do in sort of this realm. So this season it's going to be here. But by next year, I think we're going to add scarves and gloves to go with it. Maybe I like fingerless gloves. I don't know about you guys, but I really like a fingerless mitt.
Sorry, nothing to do with anything, but I'm just remembering that the Office episode where Jim Carrey talks about Finger Lake.
Oh, the Finger Lakes. Yeah, go down to the Finger Lakes.
Finger like 5 times in the sentence.
So whatever fabrics or whatever materials we use for the knit caps is what's gonna go into the scarves and the gloves. And what fabrics go into the knit caps, material wise, is going to be something based off of the collection. So if we use a yak blend yarn, for example, or an iron mordant yarn in something that we do, we will use those same yarns to make knit caps, maybe some socks, things like that. So it'll all sort of be based off of the yarn rather than the fabric construction. Right. So if like you said, you mentioned like the waffle. So we wouldn't do like a waffle scarf, but I would do it based off of the yarn that went into that waffle, for example.
Nicholas says, my wife says fingerless gloves makes me look homeless.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That it just, I don't know why, it just reminds you of like, I don't know.
That's, I like them. I can
It's
see
useful.
why people who might need to wear gloves more than most might appreciate a good fingerless glove. They're you can grab things.
You can
right?
do anything without taking off the whole glove.
And if my hands are cold, I just scrunch them up. I'm good. Or I put them in my pockets. But I have general warmth, and then I can.
But
I have dexterity.
When you say fingerless gloves, like, is it the one that comes with like the pocket that covers it, or just go fully fingerless?
Full fingerless.
Fingers are never tip of the fingers are never covered.
That's right. No. You don't have the mitts. I'm not a child.
Is that a child
that's
thing?
a child thing.
I had it when I was a child.
Right.
Yeah.
LOL, fingerless gloves makes me think of Kevin Nash, actually. Yes, I think towels would be more great. Kevin, did he wear fingerless gloves, or he just had like some leather things? Yeah, I don't know. Big Diesel. Anyway, wrestling. Were they fingerless gloves? I don't. But those are different because they were like down to here, and like fingerless like mitts are usually like are up to like here.
Yeah, the middle of the second.
Yeah, something
section.
like that.
Yeah, something like that. But
yeah.
it is a problem when it makes you look homeless.
I half the time I look homeless anyway. So, right. The Moore says, did they do a fit check? This is the dressiest outfit I've ever seen Bayzed wearing. Nice. It does. I looked at myself this morning and I'm like, I look not like my usual homeless self. I have to admit it. But I did not do a fit check yet. I'll do it real quick for you guys. So we've got cashmere blend Henley size medium. I'm 5 foot 965 pounds. Size medium in the Henley khaki green. I've got the black Ultimate Pima t-shirt underneath, keeping me warm with a nice little underlayer. I've got the Big John. These are the Big John Fox Fiber selvage chinos, so they make me look nice and appropriately dressed. I have this new thick veg tan belt that I got from Big John. I actually had this belt for a while, and I forgot that I had it. And I dug it out of the closet this morning, and I'm like, you know what? I need to put that thing on. So
you're not a belt person.
I'm not a big belt guy generally, but this belt is just so nice. It got a nice giant buckle there. It looks pretty cool. And on my feet, I've got some Ripple Sole Yucatens. I've got the little selvage showing off there as well. But I got the Ripple Sole Yucatens on the wrist. Just something simple. Just a Casio F91W with the green, so it matches everything nicely. And just some simple glasses today. So a very calm outfit for working in the warehouse and definitely making a video. So that's it.
Very fully
yes
color.
Risa, do you want to share as well?
Yes, I am wearing my oatmeal fleece fox fiber pullover hoodie, and underneath I have my cashmere blend Henleys in ecru color, just to keep myself really warm and cozy. I dug this pants up after like years of not even realizing I had them, but these are the duck canvas selvage from Naked and Famous in classic fit. This was from like 2016, 17, something like that. I just never wore them so much, but I just thought I would match my husband in terms of brown pants.
Our aim is often to definitely look like we're a couple. So
at least have
Yeah.
like a similar color scheme or something like that.
Yeah.
I also really like this outfit today because I'm just gonna put it on because this jacket, the orange Barber jacket, I really love it because it just makes me look so fall.
yes,
Like I'm such a fall. I
fall.
look like a pumpkin.
yeah, like you're going to the stables after. Yeah,
Yes.
gonna go ride some
exactly.
horses.
Or just pick some, like, I don't know,
Apples.
apples. Yeah.
It is
exactly.
orange picking season in Japan right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, I think apples too, I feel. Yeah, I don't know.
right.
But yeah, it's a very good fall color scheme today.
Yeah.
I think, though, in the, we kind of associate brown with fall. And it is definitely the color of the fall, but like, since we've been like, doing a lot of fox fiber things that like I spend basically my entire year in brown.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just brown everywhere.
Hey, it works. Brown works for all seasons, all year, and I've definitely embraced a lot more of it. These last couple of years, that's for sure. Warm earth tones. It really makes things very simple. Yukon Salvage says, makes me think of Jay and Silent Bob. I'm not sure in what context, but I do love
fingerless gloves.
Oh, the fingerless gloves. Yeah. I love Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
I really do. I have an autographed Blu-ray of Mallrats, which
It happened.
all right. Okay, we got a shipment arriving. Reese is gonna deal with the shipment. And the shipments arrived before the shipments went out. So now we have a lobby that's going to be filled with boxes. Anyways, we'll deal with that in a few minutes. Okay. The Moore says, I have those two, Reset. Nice fits. I think you're talking about the classic duck canvas. Great choice. Great choice. And Mad Perfect says, Bayzad in Toronto soon. That's right. Bayzad and Reset will be in Toronto, Canada at Gerhard Supply on Friday, November the 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll probably be there a little bit earlier as well. So if you're in Toronto, you're going to be in the Toronto region, come and say hello. Wear your best Wonder Looper outfit, and we'll be glad to see you out there. We'll be glad to be back in the city, in Toronto land. Sally Fox is in the house. Good to see you. She says, I love Big John khakis and the whole outfit. And the Big John jacket you so kindly sent me. I haven't taken it off and never want to take it off. Thank you for sending it to me.
The jacket is great.
Yeah.
I wish I got one too.
Yeah, Big John. In addition to these chinos, Big John made a matching chore coat, and I was able to get one for Miss Sally Fox. I think they were not widely distributed. I don't think they made too many of them.
No,
so,
and they were like running out of sizes, I think.
Yeah.
So
we were able to get a snag one of the last ones for her out there. Question about the double heavyweights. Mr. Joe Bangles asks, question about the double heavyweights. I'm in between sizes. Is there a best to size up because there will be minimal shrinkage? Let me put it to you this way. If you're in between sizes, that means one of the sizes is small for you.
Yeah.
So just go with the size that's got a little bit more room. Now, all our tees, especially the double heavyweights, are already pre-shrunk, so they don't shrink. Shrinkage is absolutely minimal at best. I mean, you could put them in the dryer; they're still going to come out practically the same size as you put them in. The only t-shirts in the line that are not pre-shrunk at this moment is
Ultimate Pima.
Yes, but next season, the next batch will be.
Right.
Yeah, so going forward, as of like now, I mean, whatever Ultimate Pima we have in stock right now, there's a little tiny bit of it left. Shrinkage on that is minimal, like 3 to 5%, not very much anyways. But going forward, starting in the spring, all of our t-shirts will come pre-washed, so you don't have to worry about shrinkage basically at all. So that's going to eliminate any of those sort of questions from your mind. We are going to the Super Loopers are going to come washed. So that's the plan with that one. You want me to move in a little bit?
No, I'm too lazy
Reese
to
is
go
just
in.
hanging out.
Yeah.
So the super loopers are going to come pre-washed starting in the spring. So that's another thing that you're not going to have to worry about. And that will that's going to apply later on just broadly. I just want to have everything pre-shrunk. I don't want any questions about shrinkage. I figured I deal with so many questions on the customer service end about, what size should I get? It's going to shrink.
Yes.
The size you should get is the measurement on the website because we've pre-shrunk everything. I figure if I eliminate that question, I eliminate a good amount of the customer service I got to deal with.
Yeah.
So
it's easier for everybody to kind of understand that it's been pre-washed and that kind of things. Because whenever we say like the shrinkage, it's just in general like 3 to 5%, or it
Some
usually
people get
goes
it,
in that 4%, like kind of on the money, but. Anyways, like when we say things like that, like what does that mean? Like, what is 4%?
Yeah.
So I think it's just it's helpful,
right.
But with that said, like just because it's been pre-washed doesn't mean that like if you stretch while you wear it, that stretch is going to come back to like to be.
Yeah, it'll come back in. But that's sort of the point for us is that we just want to eliminate any of those sort of questions, and by pre-washing everything, it'll make things a little bit easier for you guys, the customer, to understand, and it'll make it a little bit easier for us on the customer service side of things. I would also say that like a lot of the reason why we use, very, very high quality fabrics, high quality production methods, sewing, is also to help. Number one, you make a good product, people are going to enjoy it. But number two, just on my side of things, again, we're a small team, and if you make something well, you don't have to worry about it falling apart. And so that just reduces the amount of customer service, like sort of questions that I have to field. So it is in our best interest, not just for you, but also for us, to always produce the best possible thing we can. And, I would say that the next step in that is to rinse wash everything, send it to you pre-washed. You don't have to worry about sizing. The sizing is set. And you're good to go from there. So I think that's something a lot of people are going to come to appreciate. So, yeah.
We are officially at capacity in terms of room.
Okay.
We just received the last boxes that we are supposed to receive today. And none of the boxes that are supposed to go out today have not been picked up. So our elevator hall is fully full.
All right. So that means we got to get to maybe shifting some boxes around, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll read the Wizard of 32 Ounces comment. The Wizard is here. Mr. Garrett is in the house. He says, hit that like button. I hope you've done it too, Mr. Garrett. Everybody hit the like button for Garrett because he said so. And then, let's get into some snack time.
Yes.
We've got a very special snack time today because this one came all the way from technically, well, the snack came from Mexico, but it via California. We had
customer from California brought this to us. Mexican Delight.
Yes.
Chili, pepper, and lime artificially flavored corn snacks.
That's a combination I love, and I'm just gonna say, great job with the packaging. The colors here are really beautiful, and I just think it's a very well done package. I like this
very
sort of
Mexican fiesta kind of.
I love it, and then even the silver on the back. Do you ever see silver? When I was a kid, bags of potato chips always came in like these silver kind of packs. I really never see it anymore, so I was happy to see this. So we've got some. What are they called? Churu maize. They look pretty cool, and lemon and corn snack sounds like a great combination to me. Lime. Yeah. Chili pepper and lime. That sounds good. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's try it out. I've never had these before. And I have to say, thank you to everybody. Like the amount of visitors that bring us snacks for snack times. We always said that we're going to do it, but I've just seen that because we get so many, there's sort of a backlog of them. But we will get to them, I promise. Oh, look, they're quite thin.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they remind you of?
This reminds me of what is it? What is it? Ah.
I don't know.
Like. What is it?
Yeah.
There was a snack like this.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I'm gonna give it a try. Very,
Very limey.
yeah, very limey. There's Takis, Taki. Kind of reminds me of Takis. Flavor wise, I like it. I mean, it's something that you can definitely get into very easily.
I wonder if this name has anything to do with the churros, because the shape of
That's probably
it's like
what
a
it
mini
is.
churros.
It's like a churro with I guess sort of a tortilla flavor with it.
Oh,
I think that they're wonderful.
Potato Rock says churros plus maize.
Yeah.
Maize is
corn. There you go. These are great. I really like this flavor. I mean, I want to have this with like a spicy ginger ale, right? And that would make a nice afternoon snack right there.
I would like this with a nice cold cerveza.
A cerveza. There you go. I like.
A good snack.
I have to say, I really like this. I'm going to miss them when we finish them.
Because I also like these like shaped snacks.
Yeah.
It's easier to consume.
Right.
Because it's not like I don't like the shoestring potatoes because they're so
hard
tiny.
to eat. Yeah.
But like this one's big enough and it's easy to eat.
Yeah. Joe Bangle says hickory sticks. Hickory sticks are what you're talking about, like the little shoestring potato snack.
Yeah. Those are hard to eat because they just end up being like it's everywhere.
They're delicious though. They should make that flavor in regular chips, but their current form it is hard to eat. But I do really enjoy them. I'm gonna say I really like this. This is gonna get a 7.9.
7.4. Oh. 7.4.
I'm going 7.9. It is up there.
I wish it was a little bit more spicy, I would say.
I'm actually fine with this level of spice. I don't want to be tortured. Like this isn't torturous.
No.
But like I have enough of that lime stinging flavor and like there's some chili heat on there as well. So it's got a really nice blend that's pleasant to eat, that you can eat a lot of these without feeling like, I really, that becomes uncomfortable, right? So thank you so much. Another
Churro maize.
7.9 for me, 7.4 for Risa, but high grades all around and a wonderful snack. If you see these in your local Spanish grocery market, maybe your local bodega, pick up one of these and enjoy them. Thumbs up from us. Okay, everybody, we're gonna leave it here because we've got some packing to do, shipping to do,
a lot of box moving to do.
I got a video to make. Wish me luck, and so we're gonna be here in the office for a while, but. We will be back again next week. Next week is a special live stream time. Garrett, listen to this. We are streaming live Thursday, November 20th at 6 p.m. Eastern. That is 1 hour before the launch of the Cashmere Blend Henley and Triple Heavyweight Suriyami t-shirts. Those will launch at 7 p.m. Eastern on our website. So it's an evening release for everybody. We will have a live stream that coincides with it. So we'll send out another email, probably Sunday, with the video link and the release information and with the live stream information. We're going to leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes.
So
yes.
If you have any more questions, people, you know what to do. Put it in the comments section below.
Yes.
I read the comments, I respond to the comments, and we'll see you guys again real soon. Last words from you, Risa? Last words.
Last words. I don't know. Join us for live stream. At least, even if you're not like participating in the release thing, it will be fun to experience it all together.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
Have a nice weekend, everybody. Do something nice for yourselves and for somebody else. We'll see you guys real soon. All right.